Jarvis Jones got close.
And there's Gronkowski again. Touchdown. They come up to the line, they run the play right away, and Gronkowski, back-to-back catches, 90 yards, 13 plays for the first score of the season.
And they've got issues with communication on the back end. Robert Golden is in the game, and he typically is the special teams captain now defensively.
Second and goal. Golden is the running back. Brady back of the end zone. Touchdown. Gronkowski, his second. Boy, they made that look pretty easy. 9 plays, 64 yards, 4 rushes, 5 passes, and Gronk to the end.
Figuring out that pass block.
Scott Chandler, the tight end, picked up from Buffalo, was at fullback. Now goes into the slot. Gronkowski goes outside. Crowd sensing a pass to Gronk. And they get it. Instead, it goes to Chandler, and he's in for the touchdown. So you put the 2 big tight ends outside, crossing. Chandler goes to the outside. Gronkowski comes inside. And the former Buffalo Bill, now in his 8th year, Chandler, for the touchdown. Anybody in here? New England trying to make a defensive change. They can't. Ben on a 3rd down and goal. And again, Johnson. And this time, Johnson is able to get into the end zone. Will Johnson, the fullback, running out of the tailback spot behind Nixon. They go 80 yards. And Mason as the fullback. Bolden as the running back. Chandler moving to the left side. And Brady will throw that one.
Around here.
And they got Chandler as the fullback. Bolden is the running back. Chandler now splits inside Gronkowski on 3rd and goal. And they'll throw a fade. And this time, Gronkowski does have the touchdown. Had to put the linebacker Garvin on him, and he just couldn't handle him. So Gronk eventually gets into the end zone.
Yeah, you have no choice. You got to put your goal line defense in. Due process and lack of notice and all that stuff. That's what I did.
Roethlisberger. And that is caught by Brown for a touchdown. That might make a couple of people happy in a minute here because Malcolm Butler gets beaten. It makes it an 8-point game for the moment. 2nd down, short 3. Dancing. Beasley makes the catch, cuts it back upfield, and then loses the ball at the end of the play. And Rogers Cromartie gets by Romo and goes all the way to the end zone. So Beasley, who looked for all the world as if he was going to go out of bounds, turns it back upfield and loses the ball. Randall is the tailback. Fake. Tony caught back of the end zone. Gavin Escobar. Touchdown Dallas.
It's not all.
Turnovers have been gigantic. Jennings is the back. Nikita Whitlock is the fullback. 1st and goal. And Jennings, can he get in? Nothing yet, nothing yet. Touchdown now. Line judge comes in, so Jennings gets into the end zone. And now we're back to what will be a 10-point game if the extra point is good. Meanwhile, Romo blocked out of that last play, some extra protection. Tackle broken from McBride by Beasley, setting up a 1st and goal. Witten sets up in the slot left. And the pass to the outside is caught by Witten for a touchdown. So the Dallas Cowboys, after a near disaster going down by 10, that didn't take long. Started at their own 24. Run 6 plays, takes less than 3 minutes. And on the verge right now of a 3-point game.
Not many mental breaks at the end zone now, because I think you can get obviously at least 2.
Well, it's third down. 3rd and 2, 13 seconds as Romo changes up. Giants defense. All the pressure on the left side. He drops the ball, throws, caught, Witten. Touchdown. That is just crazy. Dropped it, picked it up. 6 plays, 72 yards, made it look easy.
Don't expect a lot of balls thrown that way.
Starks for Lacey. They put him in motion in the slot now. Empty backfield, 5 wide. And Rodgers is going to begin to take off and then fire, and it's caught. Touchdown. James Jones with a flag down, but it's going to be offside against Seattle. James Jones, released by Oakland, released by the Giants in training camp. Signs with the Packers, scores 2 touchdowns last week, has a 3rd call back on a penalty, and scores here.
Defense number 72. Penalty is declined, the result of the play. Touchdown.
Field with Wilson.
Got right outside there, Jimmy Graham. They're going to try and set up something for him here.
Comes into the slot. Wilson looks that way, then the other way over the middle. Caught. Touchdown. Fred Jackson. Oldest running back in the league at 34. Bills let him go. Seattle picks him up to back up. Lynch comes in on 3rd down. Touchdown Seattle.
That's on the goal line right before the half, so maybe they're going to get him engaged again.
So Rawls in the backfield. Lynch still on the sideline. And Wilson throws, and that's caught. Touchdown Doug Baldwin. And the Seahawks, who were down 10-0 early, it's a 13-yard touchdown. A quick 54 yards in 5 plays to take the lead. As Green Bay found out at the end of the first half when they couldn't get it in, had to set up for the field goal after they had the ball to 1 yard line. 2nd and goal. This time a 3-man rush. Rodgers fires, and it is caught for the touchdown. Richard Rodgers working on Kerry Williams, and again extending the play. Moving against the grain. Lambeau leap goal. Hillman into the end zone. Ronnie Hillman. And there's a flag down at the 6-yard line. And a conference.
Is okay for Denver. They get it again.
Yeah, Talib has to give away 4 inches. Running back is Bell. And he dives into the end zone. Touchdown.
Ball might be out.
But the ball is out.
Touchdown.
They call it a touchdown. If he has possession as he reaches the goal line, it'll be good. So for the moment, a touchdown.
Looked like the ball came out on the way down, but watching
B.J. Anderson, Lions showing blitz. They're coming, and Manning's going to go for everything, and it's caught, and Thomas will take it into the end zone. Wow. 4th and 1 with all of what was going on. Flag is on the play at the 2-yard line. So deep downfield, Darius Slay with the coverage on the play. That's 45 yards on a 4th and 1. Pending the call.
ACC overall athlete of the year. Pretty impressive.
Tomlinson, the #1 draft choice. That play clock is at 2. They just do get it away. It is caught on the run by Abdullah for the touchdown. Just before they get to Stafford, Abdullah is able to take the pass on the run. Stafford looking over to the bench saying we're going for 2 to try to tie the game.
Theo Riddick got it close the first time. Now the other back, Amir Abdullah. Every time they put Demaryius Thomas in there in the slot, they tried to get him the ball.
Third and 6. Pressure, throwing, caught in the end zone by Daniels. Owen Daniels for the touchdown. So Daniels has had a few drops tonight, and he finally collects one and does it in the end zone to make it a 2-possession lead.
It's one of those things that'll never show up on the stat page, what Peyton Manning just did right there. He knew exactly.
The 11th play of a drive that began back at the Saints' 20-yard line. And Brees to a wide open Josh Hill in the end zone. Touchdown Saints. Well, one thing for sure, Brees is on no pitch count tonight. He's already thrown 12 balls and completed 9.
And it's automatic.
10th play of the drive. Randall is the tailback. He gets it, and he spins, and he loses the ball. And the Saints are going to wind up with the football at the 3-yard line, assuming that he didn't break the plane with the ball.
It looked like Stephon Anthony knocked it out of his hands as he jumped over.
Goal from just outside the goal line. Tyree Robinson is the back. He has it, and that should be an official touchdown. So that gives the Saints the lead, but of course there's a flag on the play. That's in the end zone. Well away from the ball. Yeah, well, after the play
was over, unsportsmanlike.
Witten in the slot to the left. Escobar, receiver, looking toward Beasley, throwing to the corner, the end zone, and it is Williams who comes up with for the touchdown. Terrence Williams. So he goes to the other side, he goes to the right side, and they go 91 yards. And an extra point away from tying the game with 1:51.
Well, Williams had not been.
Seldom used linebacker, 56 is in the game. And that is caught on the run. And out in front is C.J. Spiller. And Spiller's going to go all the way to end the game. An 80-yard touchdown pass. Damian Wilson was covering on the play. And what a way for Drew Brees to come up with touchdown pass number 400. Coordinator in his second year in that role. See what he's dialed up here on a 3rd down and goal. And Manning, touchdown. Shane Vereen. So the 49ers were able to hold them the first time and limit them to a field goal, but not this time. On a head back in their 2nd down and goal. This drive began at the 49er 12. Kaepernick rolls and throws, caught, touchdown, Anquan Bolden. And the 49ers last in the league in scoring all kinds of offensive woes with a great drive, 88 yards, 10 plays.
Nice to get whacked in the ribs.
From the 17 now, with 1.5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Manning stepping up. to Beckham, and Beckham will run around the defense for a touchdown. Aaron Lynch had his hand on Manning's shirt, and then Beckham makes the catch and sprints away for 17 yards and is saluted by Victor Cruz.
I'm not so sure they weren't a little messed up in the secondary there. Kenneth
wide right. Four-man rush over the middle, caught, touchdown. Garrett Selleck. Pretty good day for the Selleck boys. Brent, the tight end in Philadelphia, and Garrett catches a touchdown pass here, which puts them an extra point away from tying the game.
Waniunga that time. Game, set, and match right there.
Hyde, the running back. Give it to him. Looks for room. Into the end zone he goes. Carlos Hyde to give San Francisco the lead with 1:45 to play.
The strength of the San Francisco 49ers is on their offensive left side.
26 seconds. Beckham to the right side this time. One-on-one with Brock. Eli to the back of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown by Larry Donnell. What a drive. Let's make sure it's a catch and a score. Obviously, they'll look at a score. Belichick's going to run down there to get a closer look at the alignment. He wants to see how the Colts line up. Does he want to take a timeout? He's all the way down at the 16-yard line. Tipton is the running back. Bill does not call a timeout, and Luck throws a fade that is caught by Dante Moncrief for the touchdown. They, of course, will check. A lot of people thought this was just 1-1 apiece. So after the timeout, second down and 10 now from the 12-yard line. That's Gronkowski split wide to the left. Brady over the middle. That's caught, and into the end zone for the touchdown goes Julian Edelman. Brady's favorite target this season. What? Brady on a 2nd and 10 to the outside, and that's shown and intercepted, and Mike Adams will take it in for the touchdown. Mike Adams picked Brady off twice last year. And now you begin to wonder about Edelman. That's 3 times since that finger was either broken.
Langford's in this one.
Second down and 6. Blunt again. Blunt runs through a big hole inside the 10. Chase down, too late. Touchdown, Patriots.
So much for that.
38 yards for a guy who has just killed the Colts in the last couple of seasons.
It's a play they love. Kind of one of those games that anything can happen in this one, and now they're going to go spread. So you might see Jamie Collins just spy Luck.
And Luck escapes the sack, fires over the middle, and it's T.Y. Hilton with his first touchdown of the season.
Jamie
Adams spot, 2nd down and 5 at the 25-yard line. Quick to Blunt over the middle. You couldn't hold him down much longer. Gronkowski for the touchdown. Sooner or later.
I can't even tell you what happened on that coverage. Said something horrible about their family. What was that?
Yeah. And that could take the air out of the room, too, if the Patriots wind up in the end zone. 2nd and 8. Brady. Flying time, open, caught, touchdown, LeGarrette Blount. So the trickery and deceit that went nowhere winds up on the other side as a New England touchdown and a 2-possession lead. Luck quickly to the line. Snap it with 1:25 left. Dancing, throwing, and that will be caught by Whalen in the end zone. Touchdown. So Griff Whalen trying to go from GOAT after that crazy play to hero with a touchdown here. 18 yards to make it a 1-possession game. On the road, you're down double digits in the 4th quarter. That will breed a little confidence. Tolbert stays in the backfield. He gets the handoff, and into the end zone he goes. That took all of 2.5 minutes. Stewart with 2 runs, a perfect pass to Brown. Tolbert takes it in. Panthers take the lead.
I tell you, these big guys, especially these goals, that kickoff out of bounds is weighing a little larger right now, isn't it?
Tolbert is the back. Newton will keep it, and Cam reaches across for the touchdown.
The old read out.
2nd down and goal. The ball at the 2. Again, bottom of the screen, working one-on-one with Carroll. Play action. Tolbert. And fighting his way into the end zone. Breaking 3 tackles. Got bumped. Jenkins couldn't tackle him. Off he goes, bowling his way in.
That's a great play by Tolbert, but that's really bad by the Philadelphia Eagles. Man of the Year award winner. He's a good one.
2nd and 7, and now cutting it back is Matthews. And Matthews into Carolina territory. Out in front. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ryan Matthews goes 63 yards. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Philadelphia.
This time the speed worked against him. Ryan Matthews here a little less so lately.
Matthews helping to pull him away from the goal line.
Whoa.
And now through the middle. Hillman, touchdown Denver. So it takes 7 games before the Broncos score a 1st quarter touchdown. And they do it on an 83-yard drive. 9 plays, 6 runs, 3 passes. Every minute of the season, 80% of the time. And breaking free, Ronnie Hillman, and that's a touchdown. So the interference call, they come right back, they call a run, and it's 15 yards for 6 points.
For the safety, who he outweighed by about 30 pounds.
2nd and goal. And Lacey
That's how you're supposed to do it.
The end zone. And now they're going to say the ball came loose, but not until he had crossed the goal line. The touchdown has been signaled for Eddie Lacy. And that personal foul for roughing the passer on Bruton was giant.
Yeah, that time.
So Green Bay took a defensive timeout, and it's 3rd and 2. Big hole for C.J. Anderson. Touchdown. 28 yards. 8 plays, 80 yards, and it takes him a little less than 4 minutes to do it.
Lonzo now in for the Philadelphia Eagles for the first time in about 5 weeks.
Picked him up in the trade that sent LaShawn McCoy to Buffalo. 3rd and goal. And it's caught by Beasley for the touchdown. Good protection that time for Matt Castle. And Castle, who didn't even throw for 100 yards last week, all game, throws for 70 on that drive. They go 93 and take the lead.
Cole Beasley has been the forgotten man
on their touchdown drive. Here's Murray in the game as the back. 4th and goal, and Murray will bull his way in there for a touchdown. So they almost score on the Sproles play, and then Murray's able to take it in.
Really nice job of scrambling here by the center, Jason Kelsey. I think that I couldn't tell on across the field. That time got Byron Jones.
1st and goal. Matthews swinging to the outside to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. And Hitchens gets hurt on the play. So the guy who comes in for Lee still on the sideline, he goes down. The Eagles have just gone 95 yards, 7 plays in 2:39 to take the lead.
Here's their receiving back.
Empty again. Castle flips it over the middle. Beasley, touchdown. "17 yards. So Castle and Beasley could not connect at all. No completions the last 2 weeks, and tonight he's been the main man. That's 2nd down and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Look out.
Oh, picked off. That's Hicks. Jordan Hicks with the play of the night. To the outside he goes, and Jordan Hicks, who's done such a phenomenal job in his rookie season as the 3rd-round draft choice, puts Philadelphia out in front again.
They go with the empty set.
Per carry.
I think we ought to be looking for Cole Beasley here.
There he is, stacked up on the left side. And Castle is able to escape. Has to come back this way. Flings one toward the end zone. It's a jump ball, and it's almost caught. It is caught. It looked like Bryant was there, and then it may have been tipped and caught. A jump ball, a Hail Mary type pass, and the extra point will tie the game. Matthews now in the game at the 41-yard line. And Bradford fires, and that's caught on the run. And inside the 10 and to the end zone goes Matthews for a touchdown to win the game. 41 yards to Jordan Matthews. Hardy almost got to Bradford, but he's able to get it away. And the Philadelphia Eagles are exultant. So the Cowboys have now dropped 6 in a row, go on the road for 4 of the next 5. Philly goes to 4-4, and they get to play 5 of the next 7 in the friendly competition. Palmer with a deep drop, going to the end zone, and it is caught by Floyd. Michael Floyd for the touchdown.
Was he in? That's the question. But for Richard Sherman, that was a blown coverage by him.
27 yards if it stands.
Well, in the shoulder, and may have saved his life.
He was a passenger in the car in which the driver died. From the 35-yard line, Palmer deep down the sideline and reaching for it is Floyd. Is he in?
They're saying yes.
Michael Floyd holds on and is out of bounds, though spotted at the 1 yard line. Great catch. Gets his feet down.
Good call.
Give away about 10 inches on that matchup. Tukuafo is the fullback. Lynch is the running back. On a 1st and goal, and you give it to the fullback, Tukuafo, and he will take it into the end zone. So they go 80 yards, 6 plays, 3 runs, 3 passes, almost get the touchdown to Graham. Get the pass interference call, then take it in. And Seattle gets on the board for the first time in the game late in the first half.
Here's why you want to bring Justin Britt. Now we're going to test to see whether or not Russell Wilson is really committed to getting that ball out of his hand quickly. Like
Good.
that.
Clean pocket, open man, touchdown Baldwin. That didn't take long. 3 plays, a minute and a half, 69 yards, 32-yard touchdown catch. The last series, he's back in the game at left tackle. 1st and goal now from the 3-yard line. Lynch is the running back. Marchand looking for room. Finds it. Touchdown. Conventional handshakes in the end zone. Don't see that very often these days. And with a 2-point conversion, we'd have a tie game. 3rd down, 4. 3 receivers to the right. Palmer's going to go down. The ball's out again. And going into the end zone to give Seattle the lead for the touchdown is Bobby Wagner. K.J. Wright with the strip sack.
That is at least the 3rd.
Flanks Palmer in the backfield from the 14. And Carson throws to the end zone, and it's juggled and caught for a touchdown by Gresham. Jermaine Gresham juggled for an instant, pulls it in, touchdown, and Arizona takes the lead again.
I tell you, what a drive by Carson Palmer. After all that he went through in the prior 2 or 3.
Their season would end at Arizona. But right now, first things first on a 3rd down and 4 from the 48. And they run a draw with Ellington, and he's going to get the 1st down and stay in bounds and go all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. On a 3rd down and 4. Put the pressure on Ellington, the 3rd down back. They swing it to the outside, and a look of disbelief on Pete's face after a 48-yard touchdown run.
What an unbelievable call. And they went against taking him away first.
And on 8 of them, he was already in the end zone when he made the catch. Only 1 run in. 3rd and goal from the 3. And Dalton will fire, and that will be caught for a touchdown. Tyler Eifert again into the end zone. So what a red zone combination that has been. And Palmer watches his pick, and the turnover turned into a Cincinnati touchdown. About a 1,300 or 1,400 yard season. Averages 4.4 per carry. And now you've got Palmer off the play fake, and he's going to go for it all on the 3rd and 1, and it will be hauled in for a touchdown by Darren Fells, the tight end. $18-yard touchdown. The big play, of course, was the completion. Leading the way, number 77. 1st and goal, confirmed that he was down at the 2. Jeremy Hill is the running back. Hewitt is the fullback. Jones comes in motion. And the handoff goes to Hill, and he chugs his way into the end zone to give them the lead. So they put the fullback in there, Hewitt. He goes right in behind him, and Cincinnati is back on top.
Well, now they're starting to get back to who they are as a team. You get Andre Smith with the power block.
8 of 14 for 94. Off play action, ton of time. Now he's going to go deep downfield. Has a man caught, Nelson, and he's in for the touchdown. 64 yards to the speedy rookie. Johnson 12 carries for 44 yards. Ellington is now the back on 2nd and 1. Palmer fires into the end zone, and it is caught. John Brown, touchdown, Arizona. Back-to-back touchdown drives, 66 yards. Arizona State, David Johnson in the backfield now. And Palmer will float one into the end zone. Caught! David Johnson, touchdown. Threw that one over Burfict. And the 2 rookies have scored the last 2 touchdowns for Arizona. Those detached formations coming out of that Hugh Jackson playbook. And then Hill is able to barrel his way in for a touchdown. Oh, and then you got a little extra stuff going on in the end zone. Matthew and Hill, teammates at LSU. No love emanating from the Bayou tonight, as Cincinnati makes it a 1-possession game again.
You know, sometimes.
2nd and goal. Peterson trying to get loose enough to get back into the game.
They're giving some help on Tyler Eifert at the top here.
Dalton to the end zone, and that will be caught for a touchdown. Eifert again, his 2nd catch, touchdown grab of the night, and 11 TD receptions for the tight end. The 50-yard run back sets it up, and they move in to 2nd down and 10. And busting through. Then Lacey takes the pass, and Eddie Lacy is inside the 10 and all the way to the end zone. Bruce Gaston almost got there, but Rodgers is able to flip it to his running back for a 25-yard touchdown. Third and 1 with the crowd roaring at Lambeau. Play clock at 2. Cutler started to slip, but then gets it away, and wide open for the touchdown is Zach Miller, the tight end. Looked like Cutler was going to go down, started to slip and slide. Elliott came in, and the touchdown with the extra point to tie the game here. Put in the big horse Unrein as the fullback. Miller goes in motion. Langford following Unrein, and he's able to get into the end zone. So the Chicago Bears now officially have the lead. There's a lot of leverage. Unrein at 306 pounds, a defensive lineman leading the way. Fleming is eligible, number 71. James White is in the backfield. He's the running back. And Brady will fire it to the outside, and that's caught by Grunt. Breaking tackles, and New England has scored 3.5 minutes into the game. Per usual, a resounding spike by Gronkowski. That's 23 yards for the touchdown. And for Rob Gronkowski, it's his 9th touchdown catch of the season.
Well, you're going to go one-on-one with Gronk,
but they won the game. 3rd and 4. Clean pocket, and then free for the touchdown is Chandler, Scott Chandler. So Tom Brady able to exploit the weaknesses in that secondary. Ward out, Chandler.
you just have to stay on him, and that's what Paradis did.
You saw Hightower on the bench. So he's out on a 2nd down and 1 from the 19-yard line. They toss it to Hillman. He's got a convoy there, and Hillman breaks a tackle and goes to the end zone. Broke away from Gerard Mayo and Ronnie Hillman, who'd been bottled up with 2 good runs back-to-back to make it a 1-possession game. 19 yards for the TD.
There you go.
Now for over 2 decades.
He got pretty good when he took over, didn't he?
Yeah, as you mentioned before, the 4 major North American team sports, they would have the best winning percentage over that period of time. 3rd down and 8, Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya on Sunday night as Brady surveys, and it's caught. Getting out in front is Brandon Bolden, and Bolden breaking tackles goes into the end zone. Brandon Bolden throwing it over Danny Trevathan, the linebacker, covering 63 yards on a 3rd down and 8. Sanders has got 5 for 74 from the 15.
What's up?
To the outside. Anderson, can he swing around the corner? He can! And C.J. Anderson is in for the touchdown.
That may have been one of the best jump cuts I've seen all season. He is hot tonight. On the shoulder pad. We've had a few of those tight ones today, all day.
Not through the years. 1st and goal from the 3. Osweiler throws, it's caught! Andre Caldwell. Denver has the lead. Back.
See if they go back to the sneak that they went to early in the game.
Instead of toss, Anderson, he'll get it, and plenty more. C.J. Anderson is going to go all the way, and the Denver Broncos win the game.
The same exact play they scored the earlier touchdown on.
Play clock at 2 again. Good protection. Good coverage. And then finally finds Gore. Touchdown. Looking all over the field. Protected well. Found his man. Gore into the end zone to give the Colts the lead.
All the credit goes to the offensive line. His way right out of it.
They've done 73 yards, 9 plays. They almost jump offside. They didn't, but Brown makes the catch for the touchdown. Antonio Brown working on Davis. Wins the matchup. They go 80 yards in 10 plays. 3 runs, 7 passes to take. So you get Brown lining up in the backfield. He'll go in motion, come out of the slot to the right side. And Roethlisberger will throw to the corner of the end zone, and it will be caught for a touchdown by Marcus Wheaton. Perfect throw. Wheaton got position. Ben puts it right in there, and a touchdown to make it 20-10.
He was the leader of the group, ran back out there, and all that gunfire grabbed his guy, no man left behind, and pulled him out of harm's way. Big hero.
NFL's easy pickings for a guy like that. Down the sideline, getting free, Martavis Bryant, and he will go all the way to the end zone. Greg Toller gets beat. Hasselbeck can only readjust his hat on the sideline because he's watched his team now go down by 3 scores.
I don't know what out of the backfield with D'Angelo Williams too.
Well, there they are. Pick your poison. 3rd and goal. And then throws, and that's caught. Brown, touchdown. And there are games like this, they just look completely unstoppable.
We've seen it before, haven't we? We've seen it against this team before.
And McAfee to punt. Send Antonio Brown back to collect it, which he will at the 29-yard line. And Antonio Brown, look at him go.
They're bad.
Gets by McAfee. It almost figures. Touchdown. Oh, my God. Well, that'll draw a flag. I swear, you'd almost see that coming. Antonio Brown is back there. The game is over anyway. The Red Sea parts for him.
What a player. Or Tom Brady and the Patriots.
That's Gronkowski in motion on 3rd down and goal. James White is in the backfield. Caught 10 passes last week. And Brady to the back of the end zone, caught for a touchdown. So Keyshawn Martin, but a flag is down at the 4-yard line. So LaFell's been into the end zone twice. Let's see if this one counts. The indication is it's against New England. So Triplett will get together with the crew.
Wonder how many touchdowns they're going to have to score to get a touchdown.
Right.
That was some move by Keyshawn Martin. Whew. Coming home for him.
Yeah, coming home. So he was the guy who got penalized on the illegal formation on what would have been LaFell's first touchdown catch.
Fouls on the play. Illegal use of hands to the face. Number 35 of the defense. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 99 of the defense. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
So the fouls are on play. White and Bolden both in the backfield. Got Chandler now splitting out. They split the 2 tight ends. Gronkowski comes to the bottom of the screen.
On a linebacker.
And a slot receiver. And it's Gronk making the catch for the touchdown.
Just not a fair fight.
No. Demp's trying to cover. Well, you think about 2 weeks ago, it was a Sunday night game in Denver.
We're going to end up with Gronkowski and Jonathan Joseph at the bottom.
3rd and goal. And they're going to run it. And right through the middle goes one James White for the touchdown. So once again, the Texans can't stop. A goal-to-go situation. Turn it over. Give Brady the ball at the 7. And they're up by 3 touchdowns.
Well, there are not many times that...
This year they could make it with 7 or 8. 2nd and goal from the 2. And this is Johnson going into the end zone. And how easy did the Arizona Cardinals make that look? So Philly deferred, gave the ball to the Cardinals. 4 first downs on the way into the end zone. 8 plays, 4 runs, and 4 passes. And in for a frustrating season.
Oh, that Sam Bradford didn't see him hustling one of their guys off late. He could have snapped it and got a free play.
The play fake finds the open man, Zach Ertz, touchdown. .22 yards after they started this drive at their own 47-yard line. And just like that, an extra point away from a tie game.
Complete.
5 at the 47-yard line. David Johnson cuts it back and is able to slip away from everybody. And look at this run. David Johnson ran through the entire Eagle defense all the way
Touchdown.
to the end zone. Yeah, the officials confer. He gets across the goal line. Wow. Everybody had a shot. David Johnson is the back from inside the 1. And Johnson trying to get into the end zone for a 3rd time. And he does. So the rookie from Northern Iowa with the hat trick tonight. 3 rushing touchdowns, 144 yards, and a 2-possession lead for the Arizona Cardinals.
And we talk about Larry Fitzgerald.
Maxwell is out of the game. Rowe, who started the game, is out. Meanwhile, you got Palmer buying time, and he throws, and that's caught, and then spinning around and staying in bounds is John Brown for the touchdown. Biggers could not stop him, and Brown gets into the end zone.
Well, John Brown just complete.
Al Michaels, Chris Collins with Michelle Tafoya start the 4th quarter with an interception by Buchanan, and Buchanan will roll all the way to the end zone. And the Arizona Cardinals, a team that used to never be able to win in the Eastern time zone. There's James Betcher, the defensive coordinator, in a...
And old Michael Bidwell's getting it done out there. You know, since they got that new stadium and all those sellouts and all that additional money, they have a little play money now.
First and 15, going and getting free, wide open is Jordan Matthews on a coverage breakdown. So for the moment, a little bit of oxygen left for Philadelphia on a 77-yard catch and run.
You never know for sure. Continue to get Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, involved. He's been much more active lately.
Pretty conservative offense, but you can play that way when you've got Peterson. Now, no conservatism there. Kyle Rudolph for the touchdown. That was a 2nd and 14.
I sent a picture home last night, said, I don't understand why we ever left.
3rd and 1. Intercepted at the 35-yard line. Harrison Smith down the sideline to the end zone. Touchdown. Harrison Smith has missed the last 2 games, 3 of the
slot in the NFL than Captain Munnerlyn does.
2nd and goal. AP reaches out, gets in there for the touchdown. Jasper Brinkley made the pop, but Peterson is able to get the ball over the goal line for the score.
Football, divisional opponents, especially at home, are so dangerous, and the Steelers were bitten today.
Yeah, it's really worked out well over the past few years as Manning throws deep downfield. Randall makes the catch, escapes the tackle, and he will go all the way to the end zone for the Giants' first touchdown of the night. So Manning just launches one downfield. They missed the goal. Toss to McKinnon. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. First career rushing touchdown for Jerick McKinnon, 2nd year back.
Luckiest guy in the NFL this year. He has had so many plays where he's been open down the field and we get pressure, or, you know, Teddy didn't see him, or whatever the case may be. But he certainly, before this thing is up, he's going to have to make some big ones.
And McKinnon's going to break one. He may break it all the way. Jerick McKinnon in a foot race, and he'll win that one for a touchdown. That's 68 yards.
Talk about patience. Looked like Le'Veon Bell on that one. He just basically stood behind a pile of offensive linemen. Got a little bit.
The old Metropolitan Stadium, but it's here, right? And Nassib throws, and that will be caught by Miles White for the touchdown.
And Nassib saying it's not that hard. It's right down the field.
Yeah.
Kind of happened a little bit for Miles White, who had the drop early.
Bridgewater out of the short gun to Peterson, and Adrian Peterson with a burst. They signal touchdown. So Adrian will look like he was stopped at just about the 1-yard line. extra burst and the touchdown. I'll take a peek at it to confirm. Adrian Peterson with what will be
for them right now. And Jordy's not there. You need Cobb, but there's a cluster in the middle of the field, and they can't win outside.
3rd and 12. Looks over, then he gets his arm hit as he throws.
Is that a fumble?
Yeah, now the Vikings are contending it is. For the moment, you've got Captain Munnerlyn going all the way to the end zone. And we're waiting for one official to say yay or nay here. So Rodgers clearly had his arm hit. Was it?
2 deep safeties back in the middle of the field.
2nd and 11 from the 16-yard line, and Rodgers, boy, that secondary does its job again, but this time he finds Richard Rodgers, and he's in for the touchdown. Vikings say no. Rose was there to say he didn't get in, but that is the initial indication.
It was sort of an ad-lib play sometimes.
Boy. 2nd down and goal. Curse coming across the formation. Wilson on that roll, throws, caught, touchdown. Doug Baldwin.
And guess who he's against?
Well, when you go to a number 3 cornerback, he will be in the crosshairs.
They were having so much trouble throwing.
Only a 3-man rush. And Palmer to the back corner of the end zone, and it is caught. Michael Floyd for the touchdown. Back corner of the end zone, perfectly thrown. Floyd gets both feet. What a difference from 3 weeks ago. 3rd and goal. Play clock at 2. Blitz coming. Rodgers escapes and then fires on the run, and it is caught. Janis, touchdown. Jeff Janis, and it's what Rodgers has done for almost his entire career. Just extends it, looks like he's going to get sacked, spins away, doesn't matter whether it's left or right, on the move, touchdown.
A little gun shy at this point.
They're 3 for 3 on 3rd down on this drive. Ball at the 9. Palmer fires, and it's caught for the touchdown.
Get out of here.
Michael Floyd.
Oh my goodness.
I'll tell you, for the Cardinals right now, you believe in divine intervention. How else do you describe this? 2nd down, forget the 15. It's all about 5 seconds.
They're going to bring pressure.
Well, they did the last time, too, which I thought was pretty smart. They got Rodgers backpedaling. He resets Starks. They are going to bring pressure again. Rodgers is going to roll away, throws it up in the air, says a prayer, and Janis doesn't even
stop it!
Oh, please!
What a catch!
That's insane!
Oh my, that may be one of the great throws ever made. Moving to his left, falling away, and launching a perfect throw.
That's insane. Now go back. Of course, we have to watch this again. Did he have control? All the Packers did. Kuhn was out there. Matthews.
Kuhn was laughing by the end of it.
So now Arizona from the 20-yard line. Blitz coming. Matthews. Palmer stepping away at first. Palmer extending the play.
Nobody there.
Crosses the field. Larry Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is going to take it into Green Bay territory. Larry Fitzgerald inside the 30, the 20.
If he scores, it's over.
It's insane to the 4-yard line. One of the greatest postseason performers ever. His 08 postseason was one for the ages. So what happens here? Sets up on the left side. Much tighter formation this time out of the shotgun. Brown is the motion man. Little flip to Fitzgerald. He scores! And the Cardinals win an amazing game. That gang was one for the ages. Where do you begin to write the story of this one?